This is another episode of Built From Nothing podcast. I'm your host, Sean. I'm here with a special guest, the high IQ, poised, all around score, Raw Camphor. Hey man, look, I know you since I was about 15 years old when we used to play for Murdoch.
Yeah, facts.
Hey man, man, I already knew that you was gonna go far, bro. You had that dog in you from the jump
Fact.
when we used to go
Appreciate
in all them tournaments together. And I just want to say I'm proud of your journey.
I appreciate that, bro. And I'm proud of you. Hey, man, what you got is going, man. Keep going, bro, for real. Sky's the limit.
I appreciate that. We're just gonna jump straight to high school, man. Why you choose Dunbar?
I chose Dunbar for one because of the history, and also it was just close. I actually live right across the street. I grew up in Douglas Project, so it was a no-brainer. And I just wanted to be a part of something that was good. I never really played like outside leagues or nothing until we messing with Murdoch, but
Rest in peace, Murdoch.
Yeah, facts, rest in peace. But Dunbar definitely was a great choice. I had a good time.
So you was there for 4 years. You played JV your first 2 years?
Yeah, first 2 years I played JV, then got moved up my sophomore year.
All right, bet. Cause I had his on the show. And he was giving us his rundown of his state his state title.
Yeah, yeah.
He got us out of there. He talked about how he got y'all out of there.
Yeah, he got us out of there too. Yeah, that's fact. Yeah, June, that was tough. That was a good game. That game was packed. It was crazy.
Oh yeah, you already know that was gonna be crazy.
Yeah, facts.
But then the next year, y'all put it all together and y'all ended up winning the state title. Walk me through that journey.
It was crazy, man, because we had a lot of seniors. We had me, Rel, Corey, Chardonnay. We had a bunch of guys, some underclassmen too, but it was tough. But that year, like going into it, like Rel was leading us, and it was like we knew we was getting that. Like we had that swag about us. We was like, yeah, we was coming for that for sure. And getting that was tough. First couple games to get to University of Maryland, it was easy. It was a breeze. And then when we got there, we just was locked in, clicking. Like it was a crazy time. But everybody turned it up at the right time. So.
Did y'all win cities that year too?
Nah, we ain't win city that year. Nah, we didn't. I think maybe Emerson.
Yeah. I'm tripping. That was the year Emerson won the league.
Yeah.
How was the recruiting going to college? Cause you ended up going to JUCO.
I ain't know nothing about like going to college and you had to like grades and all of this stuff. SAT, I ain't take it really seriously. I took it like one time. I wish I would have known like you need this or you can continue to take it, but I was just really focused on basketball. But the way I got to JUCO, I ain't have nothing like out of Dunbar. So I played in this little like tournament with this like AAU program from DC called God's Glory. And after just playing in a tournament, I think it was like Boo Williams or something. We didn't do so good, but I was doing good. And the head coach just called the JUCO coach, like, I got a guy for you because he used to play for him. And just off of that, literally sent the letter of intent the next day.
That's
like,
tough.
It was crazy. And that's how I got to Kansas and one of the best JUCOs in the country.
That's a great place to play JUCO basketball too.
Yeah, fact.
And you killed your sophomore year. You averaged 19 a game.
Yeah.
Was the recruiting crazy?
Crazy. So my freshman year, we went to the national tournament in JUCO. I had like average 10 points or something, but the following year, like you said, I killed. I kind of was like quiet that year, so I kind of like it breezed by. Nobody really noticed, and then look up, I'm averaging 19, and I ain't make first team or second team. I think I made like honorable mention or something like that, but I was like that fourth leading scorer.
Which is crazy.
Right, exactly. So I had mad Division twos hitting me up early during the season, and my coaches, they had some schools, but they wasn't really like connected like that. But the thing is, I didn't know about recruitment, so I'm just getting all these D2. So I'm thinking like, I guess I'm just gonna go D2 because like my mother used to be like, it don't matter where you go, if they want you, they gonna
find you.
Exactly, yeah. So I ended up signing on my visit. Like I didn't know nothing. Like nobody told me like you supposed to wait till the summertime take all your visits, do this. I'm just like, these are the only people that's calling me every single day. So, right, I ended up taking a visit, and I knew somebody who went there, who went to my JUCO before, and so I signed there. And then as soon as I signed, like 2 weeks later, my coach telling me like Tennessee Tech, Morgan State, like other people was interested, but I was like, I ain't going to decommit. I'm just going to go. They wasn't really rocking with me then, but so I just stuck there, but it worked out for me.
Southwestern Oklahoma State University. You was the school first GAC Conference Player of the Year. You got All American. Walk me through those 2 years.
My first year, junior year, we had a different coach who ended up recruiting me. We was a subpar team. We was like a little bit under 500, so that ain't go well. And the head coach ended up leaving. I'm like, I'm leaving with him. Like, I'm not about to play for somebody new. But then the assistant coach who had stayed, he was like, the coach was coming in, he this, that, and the third. So I sat down and talked to him, and it was just crazy. So he just was like, he came in and watched pickups, and it was me and another guy on our team. And he said us both in the office, like, I can see you guys being good this year. I can see talking to the other dude, like, I can see you being player of the year.
Crazy.
And talking to me, like, I can see you being, like, first team or second team or something like that. So I was like, dang, like, how you just figure that off of a pickup game? So I used that to fill me. That whole summer, I stayed at the university. I ain't come back home. And I was working. And then I was just training all summer. And then senior year, like you said, All-American, everything. And everything just switched my way and turned for me. It just go to show you that just hard work pay off, bro.
What is the process of becoming a overseas professional as a D2 player?
And I wasn't coming in the summer like I'm going to be an All-American. I just was using the field just from everything. Like, I just want to have a good year as a 10. I want to be the best player I can be. So, like, a couple other guys was staying, like, the summer. They, like, working too, and I'm working, but they partying, they hanging out. And I partied a little bit, but I was in the gym twice, maybe 3 times a day, at least 5 times. Like, I'm here for the summer. I'm with my family. Like, I enjoy it when that time come, and then everything's unfolded. But I ended up going to the Reese's All-Star game and everything. But for a D2 player, it's tough, bro. Like, I didn't see my name in the draft, but ain't nobody gonna get drafted. But,
no, you got to try.
Yeah, you never know. So just from like being at the D2 game, it was like a couple agents there or stuff like that, and people were just talking this, that, and the third. So it was just hitting me up, just off the fact that I was the All-American or I was a Player of the Year. Like, they're not really searching for just the average because we already a whole division below, So agents was hitting me up. It was hard to tell if they was real or they just were trying to do this, but some of them would like hit you up and like asking like, "Oh, pay this to go to camp." I ain't paying. Like, nope. I already knew from one of my other guys who was a pro from the year before. He like, man, you should never get no Asian no bread if they this, that, and the third. So I just trusted one guy who I knew. I met this dude at the D2 Reese's game, and it was his agent, and he was interested in me too. So I signed with him just because I knew off him, and he was saying like he a good guy and all that stuff. Then after that, he got me my first contract, and that was the rest was history.
A 9-year vet.
Facts.
Give me the journey about the vigorous process of staying a 9-year vet.
Man, you just really gotta either like be great at one thing or just be good at so many things. And I was good at a lot of things, but I always had a high IQ for the game. I knew how to practice. I knew how to be a professional. I knew how to train. I knew how to get my other teammates involved as well, get my thing off. So, like, and it wasn't hard for me to adjust to the game because if you can shoot, you can last over there. And my rookie year, when I came over there, it just was talking like, oh, this league, I went to Lithuania, and it was a highly respected league. It had EuroLeague teams in there and everything. So my rookie year, I just came in preseason. I'm just like, I can't go back home. Like, I can't get cut. I can't do nothing. And I was barely making anything my first year. I just wanted the opportunity. So my first game, we played against a EuroLeague team called Žalgiris, and I finished like 22 points. Like, and I wasn't even like, everybody kept telling like, oh, this is the best team in the league. We're gonna lose by 40, blah blah blah. And I just came and I did my thing, and every Asian in Europe was hitting me up after that game. And I ain't know like, if you kill against these teams, they can see you can play on a high level or something like that. But after that first game, I had the players even on their team who was like, it was like James Anderson and Malik Waynes, but they sat out because we was a sorry team. I'm cooking like this was step back threes and 1 3s, like picking they national team player guard at half court, and they over there like, man, that's tough, shorty. Like they hyping me, and I was saying, I was like, but that was crazy. But after that, yeah, that just showed that I belong here. You know what I mean?
Looking you up, right? I just see big shot at the big shot at the big shot. And I got two moments,
Right.
right? I looked you up, and I seen a shot up in Poland. Can you walk me through that shot?
Right. So I was on a bottom team, and it was a real important game for us to kind of like stay in the league. And we was down by a little bit, but we ended up coming back. We had another guy on the team. He overseas pro. He my guy Anthony Hickey, and he literally brought us back single handedly by himself. I probably had like 15 or so that game, but he had like 27 or something like that. And we was down, and they kind of was like bringing their subs in and kind of like playing us, and then we came back. So then they got their subs back in or whatever. But the momentum just on our time. I remember I was dribbling. Time was running out. I went to the left wing, pump fake, and just shot that joint. And that joint, yeah, facts. And then they got it, and they shot at half court. And I'm like, please, and it almost went in.
Yeah, it did almost go in, bro.
Yeah, but that moment was cool, bro. And they was also fighting to get into the playoffs, so it kind of like didn't work in their favor. But nah, that was a moment. But I never been shy of those type of moments. Like, you gonna miss, you gonna make it. But it be times I just be in the zone, and there's no way I'm gonna miss. But no, that was a crazy moment.
And then the next one, using Slovenia, and couple dribbles stop.
Yeah.
He almost fall.
Yeah.
Pull up game.
Yeah, facts. And it was crazy. So that game, it was a big game. So like, I was in the ABA league, and I was on a team in Slovenia. And it's just like, and again, I'm on another bottom team, and we trying to fight to stay in the league. And that team we had like a back and forth with them just throughout the whole season. And I kind of got into it with my coach that day. And Yo came, he brought me off the bench. And I was just like, because I think a couple practices before, I spazzed on him or something like that. But he ended up not playing me. I'm like, all right, you want to not start me? All right, cool. So that game I had like 20-something. But game when I knew I was going to take it, before that I was heating up. I made a couple plays, and I just was like, I'm just going to take it. Because I literally was the only American on that team. So I just felt like it was need to step up in that moment. So, and it did. And everybody was to court because we needed that win to stay in the league as well.
Okay.
So that was tough.
So both shots, big time shots.
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
In 2020, you made the inaugural Great American Conference All-Decade team.
Oh yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
How you feel about that?
I ain't even think I would, just like the simple fact. But for like I say, for my school, I'm one of the best players in like a season history. So
2 years too.
Yeah, facts. Only 2 years. No, that's a fact. But I don't have much to say about it. I just was blessed. Though. You know, I'm humble. I don't be trying to like
big time
boast. Yeah, for sure. But no, that's crazy. All-decade team, that's crazy.
So I need you to name a player who was tough. You know what I'm saying? You know, they was good, they was great, and you gave them the business.
Dang, that's tough, bro. Who I gave the business to?
You gave the business.
But I gave the business to a lot of people. So I don't want to necessarily just point somebody out. But for somebody who was a problem for me.
Okay.
In Baltimore, I definitely, of course, Josh was tough. You know, Kill, all the type people. But one person, when we was at Walbrook was Stucky. Yo, his game, that's what I'm saying. Rest in peace. Yo, his game was tough.
Rest in peace to Stucky.
Tall, like, you know what I mean? He can do a lot of things. And that was for sure. It's a couple other guys who I respect. And in the city though, everybody definitely put on. It was some great battles for sure.
Oh, for sure. And last question, bro. Who is a person's story that you would like to see on Built From Nothing?
I say, was O'Shawn?
Nope.
Yeah,
nope.
I say, O'Shawn. Hey, high school.
Gotta get him.
Was
crazy,
different, bro.
Yeah, he was crazy.
That's why another person who I said that was, and he was younger doing it. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Nah, for sure. I definitely like to see O up here. That's a high school legend. Yeah, that's a fact.
All right, well, Rod, man, I appreciate you, bro. And like I said, man, I'm proud of you.
Appreciate it, bro. Real rap.
Man, everything you accomplished, like I said, I seen it from the get-go. That dog, like, you clapping in people's faces when you
Yeah.
get a bucket. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, that Lord, yeah, he tough.
Yeah, facts. Now it's just coming from growing up, bro. Like I said, I grew up Douglas Projects, bro. All my friends I was selling drugs or doing some dumb stuff. But the one thing that kept me out was I was scared of my mother. My mother was not playing, bro. Like
Facts.
was not playing. And then so I played outside all the time. And I always played older. So like it'd be pickups in my hood and it'd be all older dudes. They'd bring waters and everything. And I'd be the only young one that can get on with them. So
Yeah.
it was like, and then when I score, they be like, hey, little shorty, you ain't knowing nothing to the ride, you ain't knowing nothing. But when I score, I'd be like, yeah, talk that now.
Yeah.
That's how I came just from playing with older people, bro. But that's for sure. But I appreciate you for having me, bro. And like I say, keep doing your thing, bro. Real
Appreciate
rap.
that. Appreciate that. And that's another episode of Built From Nothing. We get up with y'all later.